So today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to set up a teaching portfolio on Weebly. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go to Weebly.com, which is spelled right here, and you have this fancy dancy sign up sheet. And so you put your first and last name in here, and then you put your email, and then you create a password, and you sign up. Once you sign up, it's going to lead you to this place that's Let's Get Started. Are you going to create a site, a blog, or a store? Well, you want to create a site, so click on Site, and then you're going to have a ton of different themes to choose from. You want something that is professional and looks nice. And so you don't have to choose one that you are going to stick with right now, because you can go back and choose a different one later. And I'll show you how to do that. So what you want to do is I'm going to click this one, and you can change the different colors of like this background and the buttons and the text down here. I'm going to choose red, and then you click choose. And that will lead you straight to your website. And so it will come up with this page that's called Choose Your Website Domain. And what you want to do is you want to use a subdomain of Weebly, because the other two cost money to get. You don't want to pay anything, so you might as well just use Weebly. If you'd like to change this, you can go back later and buy your own. But for now, we're just going to create a subdomain. And so you create it with whatever you want. And if it's available, it'll say so. If not, then you just fix it. And press continue. That'll lead you to this introduction, welcome to Weebly video. And since that's pretty much what I'm doing, you don't have to do that, so you can just exit out of that. So here's my site. It's lovely. But I want to personalize it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this image and I'm going to change it and add my own image of me. You do that by going to the edit image, and it'll lead you to here where you can drag a photo here or upload one from your computer. You can search online for an image. You can use one of your favorites. You can enter a URL, but I'm going to choose one from my computer. And so there it is. And obviously it's a little too big, so all you have to do is scroll it down and put it in the place. Now your picture, you want it to be professional looking. You notice how it's just of her, and she doesn't have a background. It's just of her, and there's nobody else with her. She's dressed very nicely, and that's what you want your portfolio picture to be. So I click OK. Some other things that you can change about your picture is you can rotate it to the left or to the right. But since it's professional, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. You can make it transparent, so that's interesting. You can make it black or white or antique. You can change the different edges. I'm just going to leave mine normal. And so once you've figured out your picture and you've got it how you want it, come over to the save over here and save it to this page only, because you don't really want your picture on every page unless you do. And if that's the case, then go ahead and put it on every page. Now, some other things that you can do, how you create your website, is you use these tools over here. And if you find one that you want, say I want a title, I click it and I drag it. And right here is where I can go ahead and add a title. Since I have a title up here, I'm just going to go ahead and add that real quick. In this, you want to put your name, your hometown, your general information that you can get like right off the bat to just show your future employers like who you are, where you're from, what you've done, what your major is, and what you're trying to achieve. So, my name is Jackie Smith. I am from Detroit. I am an integrated science major, or I go to attend Adrian. I'm an integrated science major. And so there's pretty much the general overview of information that you can use. Now you see this button, you can change that and you can link it to all sorts of different places. You can change the style of it, make it small, large, different colors, the spacing, but you don't need that. If you want to use it, go ahead. This aligns it to the left, this aligns it to the right, this is centers it. You can attach it to a link. And how you do that is you can attach it to a different website. So if you want to link it to like a blog of yours, then you go ahead and take the URL of your blog and put it into this button. And then you can attach it to a page of your website, which I'll show you how to make a page later on, a different page, but you can link it to the different pages. And since we only have home, here's an about, here's a contact. If I want to link it to an about, you click about and it'll go straight. Once I click the button, it'll go straight to the about page. You can link it to a store page or a file or an email address. Well, I'm going to add it to a file, and I'm going to upload a file, and I'm going to link my resume to this button. And so, when any future employers come, they can just click on the resume link, and it'll take them straight to my resume. And so here's my About Me. That's what you want on your home page. This is what makes it personable. This is going to be where you're from, what you've done, what you're teaching, what you feel about teaching is, just all your random bits of pieces to make it personable and stand out. So you want that down here. Again, make sure that it's professional and that it's not like it's not inappropriate. You want to make sure everything is appropriate. And so I'm going to go to the pages, and since I already put an about on the home page, I can just go ahead and delete the about page. And yes, I do. Then they have a contact page, which is good. You can add more pages by going to the add page button, and we're going to add a standard page. And that is going to be my lesson plans. I'm going to add another one for my experiences. I'm going to add another for technology tools, which you will need when you're taking 350. So you don't have to worry about that quite yet. And say under technology tools, I want to add an assessment tab. Well, what you do is you make a new page and you take it and you drag it over. So that's a subtitle, a subpage. And if you want a subpage of the assessment ones, such as online tests, you want to just keep on dragging it in and you'll be good. And with these, you can change the different header. You can make a short header, a no header, a landing page, which is like your home page. So on your home page, you want to keep it the landing page, which ours is. So once you're done there, you can go ahead and go back to build. And we're going to keep on building onto this. Because say under lesson plans, I have some pictures of different lessons that I want to put in here. So I'm going to scroll down to the slideshow button, and I'm going to create a slideshow. And so you can pick either numbers on the bottom, thumbnails so you can preview, and there's so many different settings to do. Since I don't have any pictures to upload, right here's where you would do it, but I don't have any. So it's just showing you, and then it'll play on through. You can add for your contact me, your contact place, you can add a contact form for the people, which will they can put their name in, their email, and then put a comment on why they want to get a hold of you right there. You can add a text box. You can keep a drop-down box. You can add so much onto this. Pretty much the opportunities they're endless. You can add so much stuff to this. I'm going to go ahead and add another text here. And I'm going to say, put in my phone number. And if you don't have a home phone, go ahead and put your cell phone in there. You want to put your address. And you also want to put your email. Another helpful place is these little buttons up here. And with these, you can link it to your Facebook page, your Twitter page, your LinkedIn account, or your email. And if you don't want some of these to show up, just press the X and they won't. You can choose from these. So if you want to add your YouTube account on here, you can go ahead and do that too. So as you can see up here, you know, when we put the sub pages, none of the sub pages are showing up. So you have to scroll under technology tools and then click on any of these. So I'm going to go to my assessment page. Except I don't really want this as my assessment page header. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the image, and I'm going to add an image from my computer, and that is going to be my assessment page. So you want to save it again to this page only, and you're golden. So once we've got a general oversight of what you want on your Weebly, you just need to know that you don't have to worry about it all right now, because you have the next couple years to get it, just keep on adding to it and keep it going. You don't have to make sure that it's done this year or next year. Just whenever, before you graduate and before you send it off to future employers, you want to have this done. And so if you want to add anything else, you can add an image and a text. So say under experiences, under my experiences, I have a picture of me with a different, I have a picture of me with a group of kids that I was working with at a certain school. And so I want to type in what I'm doing here, in the picture especially, and I can type it in, and then I'll put a picture of me with those students. And so that's what you can do to just mainly have proof that you were there and show what you did. You can add columns to different places. So if you don't want just a one line across, you can split it into 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, or 5 columns. You can add a YouTube video, and the way you do that is you just go ahead and click it and drag it, and they actually have a video for you to use to figure out how to add a YouTube video, which you can see later as well. So say you don't want to use this theme anymore. You want to come up to design and then change the theme. And you can do that by you can just keep on looking and seeing it yourself. You can sort by styles or popular, newest, recently done. You can sort by colors. There's a bunch of different things to pick a theme from. Now I'm going to show you a different types of already made teacher portfolios. This is Carrie Kruger's. You can see that hers is a totally different look from the one that we were creating. Hers is a very professional. Her picture is nice and professional. It's just her in it, and so that's good. She's a music ed major here, so she has her music education philosophy, her experience, her technology tools, and her lesson plans. She has that all up across the top, and then she has her About Me, as well as her button to her resume. And she also has links not only at the top of the site, but at the bottom as well. So you can click any of these and it'll lead you straight to that page. And so here she is with her, and she wrote down all the experiences when she took this experience and the activities and responsibilities she had while there. Another teacher that we're going to look at is Brittany Dash. And you can tell that hers is a completely different look from Carrie's. They have a different look, and so it's not just one way you can do this. Carrie's is a simple, nice, has a little bit of buttons, and then you come over to Brittany's, and she has all of these different buttons, different things to, because she has so much to show and she wants to tell you, and so she put them into links. So if you just want to look for her teaching philosophy, you can just go ahead and look at her teaching philosophy. If you want to contact her, there you go. If you want to see her work on classroom management or in conferences and presentations, it's all here. She has one for a Track and Explore program that she was in, and so she just took what she's done and she's made it and put it all into her education portfolio. Now you can tell that she put bullet points of what she thought was very important in her About Me, and whereas Carrie put hers as a little paragraph. So it's all up to you what you can do with this. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you a different type of website. This is not a teaching portfolio website. This is a website that is it's not a teaching portfolio, and you can tell that because it has a completely different look to it. This is our Track and Explore program we have here, and we use the links above to tell more about the program that is there. So here you have buttons to the activities that we did, the benchmarks that we did, and the lesson plans. And so here is another. This is the slideshow that I was talking about. You can have the different slideshow and just show them all that. And with the slideshow, you want to make sure that you caption all the pictures because it kind of saves your butt and it lets people know what's going on. And so that is pretty much it. And just to show you, when you have a resume, when you click on it, it'll pop up this with an open, save, or a save as. Now, when you create a website and you want to put your resume on it, you want to make sure that your resume is in PDF format, because if it's not, it can be changed, and you don't want to do that. So that is pretty much just a general introduction to Weebly. Again, you don't have to worry about it now. You can just let it go until just keep on adding to it, because you don't need it done now. You don't need it done tomorrow. It's in a little while. So just keep adding to it. You can start on it now. It makes it a lot easier.